Don't go nowhere. Let me give you one. My lady. The sweetest yours. I wanna touch you, baby. You're my lady, and I love you, girl. Ooh. Don't you get nowhere. I love you, I need you, I want you, baby.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I am the Lady of the Throne, where God dwells within me as me, and I am here to talk to you about what's coming up for April 2024. This is going to be your spiritual guidance for all 12 zodiac signs. So subscribe to my channel so that you can see what is coming up for your sign. I'm going to be doing Aries to Pisces, and you can watch this if you are following sidereal astrology or tropical or Western astrology. Okay, it can resonate on both sides. I do strongly recommend watching sidereal astrology because it really is more accurate, since it is the original form of astrology. However, you guys can watch whatever you want and however you would like to watch it. I just want to say thank you to all of my loyal subscribers and my family community that I have created here on YouTube as well as outside of YouTube. I know that my videos get shared all the time, and I know that you guys have access to still see things, and I really appreciate you guys for taking in the spiritual guidance and messages. Also, I want to mention that at this time, I'm going to be switching things up a little bit for the monthly guidance. I am now going to be getting a little bit away from talking about the cusp energy. I want to say that April is the last month that I have to talk about the cusp, since I don't think last year I spoke about the cusp in April. So I'm going to go over that cusp energy, but I want to bring in more energy of the moon. So I'm going to be talking a little bit more about what's going on around full moons and or new moons. All right, Leo, so let's talk about what's going on for April 2024. For April, you guys are going to be stepping in to the cusp of loyalty. That is what I like to call the cusp between Aries and Taurus. Reason why is because Aries is a very loyal, dedicated, determined, very intelligent and intellectual sign. They are all about the mental. They're all about the mind. They are very philosophical and also just really headstrong and direct. Okay, they take a very direct approach. They're also very creative. You also have Taurus here. Taurus is quite stubborn, but they're also very good at making up their mind and sticking to a plan. They're very consistent. They are very patient. So they wait a very, very long time for results. They are work driven. They're all about trying to make a dollar and just always focused on practical things: work, home, family. That's it. So you have two signs who are very loyal, but in different ways, right? Aries are more passion driven, so they're loyal about the things they're passionate about. Taurus is more loyal about the practical things like money and their living and things like that. So you have the combination of these two signs coming together, which really pushes every zodiac sign into this energy of asking themselves a question: what was I loyal to before, and what do I want to be loyal to moving forward? Who do I want to be loyal to now? What have I been loyal to, and is it still working for me? Or have I chosen to be loyal to the wrong things, the wrong people, the wrong concepts, that type of thing? So those questions may come up for a lot of you guys in the month of April, and this is true for all zodiac signs. Now, you have two moon events. You have a full moon and a new moon. First, you have a new moon in Aries that's happening April 8th. Very powerful day. We have the number 8 here, which is very, very high vibrational energy in this year specifically, because the effect of this day is increased. Also, you have the first sign, the leader of the zodiac, the sign of Aries, the new year, the beginning of the year, and that's the beginning of manifestations. That's when all the new, fresh energy comes in. This event is very strong and powerful because this is a super new moon solar eclipse in the leader of the zodiac, Aries. So as you can see how I've emphasized that, it means a lot and is very, very important, because the role that this moon plays in the grand scheme of things, like it kind of kicks off the new year on the right page. It's in perfect alignment with everything that's happening, everything that's about to happen, everything that's coming in, everything that wants to materialize spiritually. That is amazing, because it represents infinity. It represents, just an infinite amount of possibilities that you can see yourself having moving forward, and from April and then on. Now, you have a full moon in the sign of Scorpio. This is happening around the 23rd of April. So about this time, and this is also when like the cusp energy has already kicked in. So you have loyalty, and Scorpio is also a very loyal and dedicated zodiac sign as well. They're more loyal to their emotions, how they feel, and how they feel about other people. So they're quite sensitive. They're emotional, sensitive. They are also very sensing and feeling. They're quite intuitive. They're quite magical. Some of them fall into spirituality quite easily, some of them as well, So you have all this amazing energy coming through. You have this strong sense of leadership in the beginning of the month, and then you have this strong emotions, strong passion toward the end of the month. That does bring in change for a lot of people, because it's more about how you're feeling about things, what you're sensing and picking up. So Leo, get ready. You guys are the Leos, right? So you fall in a place that's very friendly to both of these signs. I tend to find that Aries and Leos are very compatible when it comes to friendships and networking, as well as Leo and Scorpio and Aries all together. It kind of makes sense, because the Leo and the Aries brings a sense of friendly vibes to the Scorpio energy. So with that comes a whole good vibe. Now you have Taurus in the mix, which is the total opposite of all of these signs, right? I mean, coming out of nowhere. However, we are transitioning into Taurus season. Taurus and Leo are always attracting when it comes to the energy, and Taurus and Scorpio, they're always connected when it comes to the energy. Taurus and Aries are like next door to each other, right? They're brother, sister signs, or however you want to, sister signs, however you want to say it. They're right next to each other. So it's a sense of familiarity. So you have a really big alignment that's happening between Aries, Scorpio, and Taurus in the month of April. So keep that in mind. Now let's go on to talk about Leo specifically. Leo, you guys, it all started with Cancer. Cancer, Leo, Virgo, and I want to say Libra, all have you guys are in the middle of the zodiac. You guys are the middle, and the ones in the middle have this ongoing theme about past opportunities, opportunities that passed you by, or a lot of time that's been spent dwelling on something, or a lot of unnecessary time wasting. That's a theme for a lot of you guys in the month of April, because there's this lingering energy from the past that comes up, Leo, and comes into the forefront. And I think that whatever this thing is, or this person is, or whatever it is that's been lingering around your energy from the past, the good thing is that in April, you're going to have to deal with the last bit of the residue from this situation. This is the final call on the situation. This is the final moment where after this, it's all over. After this, you may not have to worry about this person anymore, or you may not have to worry about feeling stuck anymore, or feeling held back about something. Something is going to get resolved or cleared out of the way for you guys. A whole lot of balance is being restored for you, and your days just seem to get brighter. Your days seem to get more positive, more uplifted, more optimistic, because your energy gets more beautiful and you just feel more positive overall. Life becomes better and things get more real, especially when it comes to your love life, your heart space. If you've been feeling support from people but not really, you're going to feel it more in April. A lot more support from others. a lot more love being handed to you or showered upon you from a lot of people, especially if you have a business or you're a social media influencer or you're very popular and you know a lot of people. There's a whole lot of love coming in for you guys. There's a whole lot of attention coming in, a whole lot of affection coming in, a whole lot of that, right? And it's just because you're just being embraced. You're just being embraced. It's like the universe comes in and wants to give you a big old gigantic hug. Like, I love you. We love you. We were rooting for you the whole time. We knew it, so it's just like all of this love that comes in. So it really does feel good. I think that you will feel good. Your outlook on life will be very positive. There's a whole lot of expansion happening, growth opportunities coming in, divine guidance that's coming to you as you begin to lighten up your mood a little bit, live a little, wanting to, just have fun, just live. Just be you. Don't put any pressure on yourself to try to be anyone else or to change anything. I feel like you're on a good track in the month of April. Now, when it comes to people who may be playing an important role in your life in April, it could be someone born in the month of October, since I'm getting the number 10 here. Could also be someone who's born on the 10th of a month. This can also be something relevant to about the number 10 in association with them. You also have the number 1 because 10 reduces down to 1. Could be a life path 1 person, or it could be someone born on the 1st or in the month of January that could be playing a role in your life. And this may have something to do with a spiritual gift that you didn't know you had. There's some type of business venture or maybe a creative hobby that you may be interested in or that you're fully committing to now, or you're already on that path right now, or something that's been nudging you in a direction. This has a lot to do with nurturing. When you think about nurturing a lot of people don't think about nurturing as a spiritual gift, but there's more than 7 spiritual gifts. The 7 spiritual gifts that a lot of people talk about, that a lot of people know about, comes from a Christian concept. But that is always filled with either misinformation or just information that's forgotten or not included. But there's more than that. So you guys, nurturing is one of them. You can also compare the gift of nurturing to the gift of helps as well, because gift of helps is very close to that, because when you're nurturing something, someone, some people, it is helping. So it's very close to that, but I do look at it in a different way too, because not all the time when you nurture someone, you're helping someone per se. Sometimes it's uncomfortable to make someone feel like because you're nurturing them, you're helping them. Sometimes you're just nurturing because that's just who you are, right? Like, that's the difference. Like, that could just be who you are. And speaking of it just being who you are, there's something inside of you that's natural to you, something that you were born with that wants to come out. It's almost going to be screaming at you in the month of April. This has a lot to do with food or hospitality, service. Some of you could be getting into maybe thinking about choosing locally grown or organic produce, growing something yourself in your backyard, gardening. You could be maybe even just drinking more fresh fruit juices, vegetable juices, eating a cleaner diet, maybe taking the Mediterranean diet or the paleo diet. Maybe becoming a pescatarian or a vegetarian, a vegan. There's things like that you guys could be changing up, interested in, moving toward. A lot of you guys could be formulating a whole career out of this, or formulating a side hobby out of this, or something like arts and crafts with this type of stuff. You could be teaching, you could be an educator when it comes to health. There's just a lot of ideas coming up around this, but you didn't know that this was one of your gifts. And so the month of April is going to be about you accessing these gifts when it comes to maybe living a cleaner life or leading a cleaner lifestyle, or possibly getting into some form or modality of natural living. And this can be using foods to heal or to nurture the body. you know, helping other people in that kind of way is what I'm picking up too. So I'm giving you ideas. If you didn't have an idea and you wanted one, there you go. All right, so that's all I have. Thank you so much, Leo, and God bless.